Last time we left you with straightened out waves in the fender. You can look at this thing now. It's almost dead perfect. Got a little bit of a dent in one spot, but looks really good. I went over all of the side places that were painted blue. I've taken just every single dent that I can find out of here. It looks almost flawless. I repaired some of the stuff in the hood. This whole side is complete. It's just as straight as an arrow. The seams are real straight. Not a dent or a mark in it. It's just water that's from the wet sanding. But this whole side turned out just perfect. I fixed the trunk here. I got a little sanding to do on that. Minor little things in the body work. Little patch right here on that. This is all done real nice and flat. Got just a few little nicks left in this tail light. But you can kind of see the whole car is dead flat. Now all I got left is this roof. Might have a little bit knit, not much. I'm gonna sand it down with 320. My primer, I'll have to sand the whole car again with 320 to get any little dust I got out of the primer. Probably gonna pull the fenders off, paint them separate, at least for the white. But the car just really dead straight. Can't get much better than this. I'm really pleased with the way it turned out, even with all the problems with the primer and everything. Turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It just kept me sanding on it and finding more and more and more little dents. So all I gotta do is do the roof, part of that trunk, fix up some little tiny nicks that I got here and there on it, wet sand the whole thing down. First thing I'm going to do is paint the whole car white, and then I'll let that dry, then I'll mask it, and then I'll paint this blue stripes and along the sides. Should be done. Nice warm day. Next couple days is going to be good, so I should get this completely primered today. Most of it wet sanded, and then I'll just have to wipe it all down and clean up all this stuff here on the ground I've got, blow off all my tarps, pull them down so I've got some sort of a halfway decent paint booth. So I should be able to paint the white tomorrow and the blue the next day. Anyway, I'm going to do this hood right, or this roof right now. Had a lot of little rust spots in it. Can't really see it with this dirt on it, but I'm going to sand it now and fill up anything I got left and put one more coat of primer on here. So it'll be like this. You can see that it's this is not sanded. This is just as smooth as you could ever ask for. I could probably paint right over it, but I'm not. I'm going to wet sand the whole thing again before I paint it. Filling it, squirting a little sandable primer on it. It looks fine up close back here. You can see there's still a couple little dents in it, but that's good enough for me. That fender was crushed real bad. Been working on the top here. I found quite a few little spots in it where the primer was low. Sanded it with 320, and then I just filled it with some of that glazing putty. But I'm getting real close to having this one here done. Another hour on this, and I'll wet sand it real good and dry it off, and then I'll hit this top with primer. I did this trunk here. This has all been wet sanded. Turned out really nice. I've got a few little tiny nicks and stuff in it right here. I think this thing must have set under a tree. Same thing with the roof. And it just ate big holes in the paint. But I got this all done. I've got this back here pretty much all wet sanded. Still got to do this part, some of it. But you know, looking at this fender, that's the one thing I was really worried about. And it's looking good. Now I'll just finish this roof. Before and after, I've got this wiped down, sanded. I finished all my little putty in places. I washed it. You can kind of see the water's drying on it there now. But it's all pretty much uniform. I can see my 180 or 280 grit scratches. So now I'm just going to squirt it with primer, and we'll see a fairly glossy surface here. Well, here we go after a couple fast coats. Look like I got a dent right there, a little chip right there. The rest of it looks pretty good from this side. Right in here you can see that, I don't know how I did it, but I wound up dragging my hose into it right there. And I got a drip right here. But just looking at it from flat and shiny, a little dent or a little lump right there. Some of the red filler. But this is fine. All of them little chips and everything's all gone out of it. So that's a done deal on the roof. Good enough for what I'm after. I'll touch up a couple of them little spots. Wet sand this, and should be ready to paint. Actually kind of glad that I did drag that hose through it. I would have hated to have done that on the white paint final coat. Anyway, looks really good. The fender dried out real nice. It looks dead straight. Whole car's dead straight. Interesting story. I was just sanding a while ago, and a guy came up to me and wanted to buy it, offered me 10 grand for it. So looks like I got it sold before I even got it finished. So anyway, tomorrow we'll be doing some white. Here's a pre-final stage. This is a white paint shot. Two front fenders. They turned out pretty good. I shot a lot of video yesterday of the final primer and had the lens cap on. Anyway, hood turned out nice. Just about all of that mess up in there is gone. The cowl, of course, is real nice. This is dry now. Looks like Got just a little bit of dust in the top there. This door turned out really nice. I had reshot all of the interior here. Get the overspray off. It's good. I did get a couple runs, one right here, one right here. My gun was messing up. But they'll sand off pretty good. Tailpiece looks real nice. Got a little bit of Bondo marks right below that window there. But basically it's all straight. It's shiny. Roof looks pretty good. Trunk turned out real nice. All of those dents came out of it. This side's all good. Yeah, it looks like turned out really nice. A few little Bondo marks left in it where I really didn't sand it good enough. A little bit of stuff left in here where, yeah, I give this job a B+. Looks like the hood turned out fair. I've got some marks in it. I could probably resand some of these areas and get them a little better. But for what I'm after, you know, 2 or 3 foot paint job, this is fine. I give it a B, B+. Good enough for now. I can always, if I want later, color sand this and yeah, maybe put some pearl or something on it. But for a basic paint job, this is plenty good. It'd be easy to get these runs out here. They're not that bad, so 2 runs in the whole car. That's not bad at all. And that was because of my gun. Anyway, looks pretty decent. Not as good as I would have hoped, but still awfully good for as bad as it was before. So next trick is to tape everything and put the fenders back on and put my blue stripes in it. Pulled all my tape off. Have to give myself an A+ for that. If anything, I just did a little late. I don't have any paint really on the chrome. I only got one little tiny place right here where the paint pulled off. Can't even see it. It just was really good. I didn't get a bit of paint on the chrome. Just a couple places where I came apart and the paint blew through. That was probably after the wet sanding. But just basically perfect tape job. No paint pulled off anywhere. You can look down in here and you can't even hardly tell that the chrome wasn't taken off. Just one place here looks like I kind of messed up a little bit. But basically I'm really pleased. There's hardly no work to clean this up. No work at all. Only one little tiny error that was of any significance, and that's where you can't even see it. So I give this A+. Yeah, I got some minor issues here with the engine compartment. Mostly just overspray from the primer. I should have masked all of this. I didn't. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and respray this, touch it up while I've got it out. Get it nice and black again. It shouldn't take too much to fix all this up. And then this can be drying while I've got the hood and fenders out here in the sun. Make sure they're good and dry so that tape won't pull the paint off. This takes me a little while to sort out, and I'll put a lot of hardener in it, so we'll just clean up this area here while I'm waiting for that white to get more dry. This up pretty nice. I didn't really spend a lot of time on it. I just try to get the majority of the overspray off of it. Any little stuff I'll pick up with a can later. This all looks pretty good. I've still got some of that black paint mixed up with a hardener. And I got some bumper brackets down there and some miscellaneous stuff. So I'll just get all my stuff that needs to be painted black and move it out of the way and shoot it. But it looks nice and black now. That's all I was really in. I went over it real good. Taped it really nice, so all the back of my doors and everything are taped. See a little green spot in there, so the paint just gets on the very edge. Well, there she blows. Got the blue on and got all the paper pulled off. This side looks pretty good. Nice and glossy. I pulled my paint off here in a couple spots. I tried to be careful, but got a couple spots on this side, but car looks really good. Front hood stripe turned out really well. This side looks good all the way down. Got a pretty major tear in the paint right there, but it's fairly easy to fix. Another one there, but all in all, looks really nice and glossy. This side turned out really good, especially that door right there. I got most of the dents out of that fender there. For an old car as it is, I think I'm going to be fine. Got a little touched it here with the paper when I was trying to stop that paint tear, but this would be pretty easy to fix. I can just sand that, squirt a little more white right on it. Getting kind of dark out here now. It's going to rain pretty soon, but that's a done deal. Mr. White paint all finished up. Sure took a lot of work. Now I gotta bolt all the fenders and everything on, and hood hinges, and line all of the seams. Just about used all my blue paint. I think I'm going to have enough left for the interior. I only got to do the dash and the 2 doors. These look really good around where I did that wheel well, and I was going to paint these blue all the way around, but my buddy talked me into leaving a white stripe. They look good, particularly with this edge here. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, this wheel looks really good. Got the line straight, everything looks straight. Yeah, looks really nice. This edge right here is a little crooked where the blue is, but I'll be able to pinstripe that. And I got one run out of the whole car, and that's right here, which is not bad at all. In fact, I'll be able to sand most of that out. But one run and all the blue paint. Looks like I got just about all of the dents out of this centerpiece of the hood, and that's what people will see. And I'll be looking at that blue to see how good it is. Yeah, there's some dents in it. And the whole car's got a lot of little tiny dents. But all in all, it looks real nice. So this ends the saga of the paint. Let it dry a few days, and I'll just take out my little runs, and when I fix those, I'll fix these little stripped pieces. It's important to pull your tape when as soon as you can. Let it sit on there a couple days, and you're pretty much always going to strip paint. This was only on there like a couple hours, but anyway, Mr. Car is finished.